Good morning. The time is 6 o'clock on October 29th. You're taking a live look at Phoenix from Garrison's. Welcome to Newswatch 12. I'm Danny Stepanovich, but first we want to turn over to Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress. Sarah, what can we expect today?
Today, we definitely are expecting a little bit of a difference in what you're seeing heading out the door compared to yesterday. We're seeing morning showers possible along and west of the Cascades. Looks like it's kind of wrapping up areas along the coast, but these chances isn't going to last too long into our morning. Also, we'll see those clouds decrease throughout our morning for a mild afternoon, and then we'll expect to see breezy coastal winds throughout your day. But starting off with those temperatures, because heading out the door, it is going to be feeling a little bit warmer if you're into your west side valleys. We're sitting at 52 for Medford right now. Over into Grants Pass, 48. East side still rather chilly though. We're 32 for Klamath Falls. Over into Montague at 36. Coastal areas into the 50s as well this morning. But tracking out that front that really is weakening as it's pushing its way in as well. We're seeing these showers begin to fizzle out, but we still do have a slight chance for maybe a few raindrops on your windshield as you're heading out the door into Josephine and Jackson counties this morning. So by the time we are hitting mid-morning though, we're going to take those shower chances out of the forecast, and then we'll start to see those clouds decrease. Temperatures do make their way up into the mid-60s today into our west side valleys as those days are getting a little bit shorter and you're looking to head outdoors. Today is a great day for that. We'll see lots of 60s across the region. It is going to remain dry despite that cloudy start to our day. By the time you're into the evening, skies are going to be a lot brighter for us, and we'll just be dealing with those higher level clouds. Great day to go out and enjoy those fall colors as well. And you might be thinking, oh, well, those leaves are changing. You might need to start raking them up. And if you want to hold off for a few days, I would strongly recommend maybe heading out in the next few. We'll see passing clouds into your Friday, dry and mild for your Halloween. But as we work our way into next week, we are tracking out some changes. It does look like it is going to be a little bit wetter, but I'll go ahead and explain what is ahead coming up in your next forecast.
Thanks, Sarah. We start with continuing coverage. 22 attorney generals and 3 governors are suing the USDA for suspending SNAP benefits during the ongoing government shutdown, leaving millions without food assistance on November 1st. Oregon's Dan Rayfield issued a statement claiming the federal government is making a deliberate choice to suspend SNAP. The lawsuit claims the USDA could access billions of dollars in SNAP-specific contingency funds, but won't. The lawsuit says the USDA is using emergency funds on other programs, yet refusing to fund SNAP, violating the Administrative Procedure Act. In addition to the lawsuit, the coalition is filing a temporary restraining order, asking the court to immediately restore benefits. And one of the largest food providers in both Jackson and Josephine counties is seeing an unprecedented number of families and individuals seeking for help. Salvation Army in Jackson County has seen an increase of 51% over the past year for food and basic assistance. Josephine County has also seen a growth in requests and services. With only a few days away from SNAP benefits being cut, Salvation Army says they expect demand to rise even further in the coming weeks.
We're going to continue to serve people as we always do, but we do need the community's help. Thursday is our busiest day. People start lining up before our staff arrives.
Salvation Army told Newswatch 12 they are looking for more volunteers to help out with their food bank. Thursdays are the busiest days as lines stretch the length of the building, filled with families and seniors who are waiting for food boxes. And as local community members are bracing to lose access to benefits, several others are stepping up to help meet the demand. Blazing Monkeys is offering free meals to kids in support of families who are set to not receive SNAP benefits in November. Patrick and Misty Hoadley, owners of Blazing Monkeys, say the idea was simple: to make sure children in the community don't go hungry while families wait for assistance to resume.
Whichever kids that need to come in here and they need to eat, that's who we're going to feed. I don't know any specifics. We're kind of shooting from the hip here, and we're backing our community because our community has backed us so much, and this is the least that we can do.
The Hoadleys have expressed that their efforts will continue until SNAP benefits return. The duo is continuing their efforts today, returning to Area 61 Tap House from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. with additional dates set to come. And we're continuing to track the development of a shelter for the unhoused in Grants Pass as Josephine County commissioners discuss property proposals in a workshop. Last week, we told you about the overwhelming opposition to the property on Southeast N Street and a private discussion about another property. Now, the citizen is opening a formal discussion on the use of the property. No decisions were made, but we will continue to track discussions on this shelter.
A developing story this morning. Former NBA and South Medford High School basketball star Kyle Singler has been charged with one misdemeanor count of assault and battery in the presence of a child by a Haskell County judge in Oklahoma. Last Thursday, Singler was arrested in Whitefield, Oklahoma after a 911 caller reported he was chasing a woman outside of a house. He was booked into Haskell County Jail, where he was released on a $6,000 bond, according to jail records. Singler's girlfriend told the responding sheriff's deputy that he grabbed her by the head and shoved her to the ground, and that's according to an arrest affidavit. This is the most recent information I have, and we will continue to follow this developing story.
Into a crime alert, Ashland police are asking for the public's help in identifying 2 individuals connected to an active case. Officers say they need to speak with both people as part of their investigation. Anyone with information on who they are is asked to contact Ashland Police and reference the case number on your screen. The California Highway Patrol will be implementing a statewide 12-hour maximum enforcement period on Halloween to combat impaired and drunk driving. Officials say that the operation will run from 6 p.m. on Friday to 6 a.m. on Saturday, with all available CHP officers patrolling the state's roadways. CHP says they are focusing on identifying and arresting impaired drivers to prevent accidents. Last year, officers investigated nearly 500 crashes statewide. About 90 of these involved impaired drivers, resulting in 2 deaths and more than 60 injuries, and nearly 120 DUI arrests were made. As it was National First Responders Day, it was a moment to honor those who jump to action when the community is in need. Too often, some never make it home because drivers fail to slow down or move over when one of them is working along the roadway. We spoke with Eagle Point Police about the dangers first responders face on our roads.
You know, when the traffic doesn't slow down and comes close, I don't know that people really, they realize how close or how dangerous it is, especially at those speeds. It's very unnerving because they come by at a good click, and all it takes is one moment of inattention to be a fatality.
Move over law requires drivers to shift away from stopped emergency vehicles and slow down. It protects not just police, firefighters, and paramedics, but also tow operators, road crews, and stranded drivers. Officers and AAA continue safety campaigns to keep first responders safe. And a local group of donors inspired by the late Dave Kitchell is awarding 8 local youth sports programs $20,000. The Kitchell Giving Circle was established by the Ashland Community Health Foundation earlier this year with the mission to keep Dave's legacy alive. Programs receiving these grants awards include Ashland Elite Girls Basketball, Bellevue Elementary School PE, and Talent Middle School Athletics, among 5 others. These funds will support new equipment, uniforms, travel costs, and scholarships. A local resident is attempting to harvest a 2,000-pound pumpkin with his family, but while fighting a disease. Gary Cooper lives in Shady Cove, who told Newswatch 12 he will attempt to harvest one of the biggest pumpkins in the state. Gary and his brother already have their own pumpkin patch where they will harvest pumpkins from all sizes. They already have one weighing at about 120 pounds, but earlier this year, Gary was diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia. He says harvesting is a way of therapy.
It's really just something I've always done, and it's therapeutic. It feels so good to be out here.
Gary said he'll plant that seed in March along with other seeds he bought to hopefully have a full pumpkin fall for the next year. Tune into our evening newscast later today to hear more about Gary's journey as he prepares to harvest that 2,000-pound pumpkin. And looking ahead, if you're looking to head to downtown for Ashland's Children's Halloween Parade Friday, police have a few reminders for you. The parade starts at 3:45 p.m. at the Ashland Public Library and heads west on East Main Street. Streets will close from 2:30 to 6 p.m. and vehicles in the downtown corridor will be towed starting at 2 p.m. Ashland Police, joined by officers from nearby agencies, will monitor for disorderly conduct, public intoxication, curfew violations, and other offenses. And it's almost time to shift into Thanksgiving mode. The Grants Pass Family YMCA is inviting the community to lace up for its 12th annual Turkey Trot. Happening Thanksgiving morning on November 27th at 1000 Redwood Avenue. Check-in starts at 7:30 a.m. and the race begins at 8:30 a.m. with both a 2-mile fun run and a 5K option. The morning will include music, warm drinks, and even a costume contest. Organizers encourage families to dress up, enjoy the holiday spirit, and help kick off Thanksgiving on the move.
Well, if you're already heading out to start training for the Turkey Trot, today is going to be a great day for that. But if you head out for an early morning run or out to the bus stop, you might encounter a few raindrops heading out the door. But it's not looking to be a washout. Trace amounts of rain is what we're looking like. We'll see throughout your morning, but by the time you're heading home, we'll be dried out. Temperatures do warm up a bit and expect mostly sunny skies. Now, Halloween is only a few days away and we're looking to stay dry this year. So have a closer look what you can expect for your Friday and the other days ahead coming up in just about 7 minutes.
And still ahead this morning, the U.S. Senate is passing a rare resolution to rebuke President Trump's trade policies. What Oregon Senator Ron Wyden has to say on the issue. Plus, new data from the American Heart Association links respiratory diseases to a rise in heart disease risk. Thanks for choosing Newswatch to start your morning. You're taking a live look at Phoenix from Garrison's.
You're watching Newswatch 12 this morning.